Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis. And today we're going to be talking about Ripple and XRP, so let's just dive in and let's start with this tweet from Crypto Airy. Congratulations Zago team, Gary Gensler, you are responsible for the US falling behind. Zago Technologies, yesterday the FSCA formally declared crypto as a financial product in South Africa. This notice is the first step towards full regulation. Next up, the FIC to include CSP as an accountable institution. We are seeing regulations being ushered in around the world. Europe, the United Kingdom, they have been two of the biggest focus points on this channel for so long because they have been moving extremely fast on crypto regulation because they want to usher in the digital pound and the digital euro. We've been talking about this. We've been discussing this with specific assets like QNT, XDC, and even XRP. A lot of tokens right now are the main focus on this channel simply because they play a pivotal role in the revolution behind the monetary system. And I believe that XRP is much bigger than anyone can anticipate. And I don't believe that XRP was made for you or me. I honestly don't think that we should have the opportunity to invest in it because of the potential and the power behind it. And I've talked about this on multiple occasions. A lot of people think that it's a conspiracy, that it's clickbait, that it's this, that. You got to look between the fine lines. We've broken down the on-demand liquidity potential of XRP if it is utilized globally. This could change the landscape of the monetary system forever. But also, I want to really kind of focus on why Ripple and XRP were targeted. We see over here from Leader Zia, JP Morgan wants a majority of the new financial system without others knowing. JPM spied and sued Ripple because its technology, transparency, and escrow got in their way. While with Ethereum, JPM was able to disguise its investment and influence. That's why JPM gave Ethereum a free pass. And we do see over here, they do quote Hinman on 2 occasions here, talking about the Hinman framework or the guidance that they got offered through Hinman. And then we do see the Hinman speech. And then down here, we do see them talking about XRP as well as on-demand liquidity. So we actually do see arguing that Ripple sold XRP as a security because users of Ripple's cross-border payment product on-demand liquidity held XRP for mere seconds while making cross-border payments. And then down here, arguing that XRP is a security because Ripple was XRP's largest stakeholder, arguing that XRP is a security due to founder lockups and Ripple's XRP escrow. It's always been about the escrow, and then we're going to talk about that here in a second. And then we do see from Mika over here, and this lawsuit was always about slowing Ripple down, delay. And yes, just recently I made a video talking about how they are trying to kill Ripple with XRP, and you could see it. You can clearly see their plan. They can't control XRP. They want to be the puppeteer. They want to pull the strings. They want to be the ones controlling everything. Because again, right now, they control the financial system. The new financial system is on its way. It is happening. We are seeing it move faster and faster every single day. We've been talking about this for so long. Every single major entity out there in terms of the financial institutional grade sector have given us clear warning on what's to come. We are seeing things unfold rapidly around this space, and I do think that's only a matter of time. We do see over here from Wrath of Kahneman, the SEC is claiming every unit of XRP at issue here was sold pursuant to written or implicit contracts. If I read correctly, this includes the secondary market on-demand liquidity and could imply that every buy-sell on an exchange is therefore at least an implicit contract. That is new to me. And yes, this means that every single XRP, basically, is a security. It's part of an investment contract, so it is a security. This is comical. We are seeing the SEC scoop so low here to try to continue this lawsuit and continue to fight. That is why I do believe that the Hinman documents, something needs to come from it. It needs to have a major shock value to it, like Brad Garlinghouse said, and it needs to be the nail in the coffin for the SEC. Because if that is not the case, this case will continue on in a delay tactic for a very long time. I'm saying this right now. When we look at XRP, if they're classifying every single XRP as a security, this calls for concern, especially around the retail sector. Like I said, I don't believe that retail was meant for XRP. We're going to be talking about that. You see over here, my theory that it's all about the Ripple's escrow. This goes all the way back to March of 2021, by the way. This is from seal1.eth, attorney seal1. If Congress declares that regulating digital assets is a matter of national security, the federal government could invoke its eminent domain power to expropriate private property for public use. And we do see thoughts asking Jeremy Hogan. We do see confiscation of the escrowed XRP would certainly be within executive powers. See Gold Reserve Act of 1933, etc. But in a twist of irony, the Fed would have to declare XRP a currency before confiscation. So this could be a double-edged sword for the Fed and for the US government. Now, a lot of people have asked me, well, do you think that they will confiscate XRP? I think that the escrow could be confiscated, but I don't believe that this is going to be the case. A lot of people have asked me, do you think that Ripple is going to get shut out, or the retail sector is going to be shut out of XRP? I don't believe that that is the case. I just don't think that we were supposed to be able to buy XRP. And I think that that's why we are so lucky to be able to do so. In fact, I actually said this over on Twitter. I said, in my opinion, XRP was never made for retail. Call it a conspiracy, call it whatever you want. XRP is positioned to be the oil for the new or for the global money transfer engine. I know what I hold. Do you? Of course, I messed this up a little bit. Twitter, add the edit button. But nonetheless, when we really kind of look at this, it does make sense, because when we go back to 2020, December 26, 2020, as a matter of fact, we do see from XRP_Crow, XRP was never meant to be for us, retail investors. It's for banks and other financial institutions, which you can clearly see. I mean, when you go and look back in time to when Ripple had 300 plus financial institutions under its belt, which I still think that they have a substantial amount. They had, 38 of the top 100 banks signed on already. If you already are invested, you are exactly there where the smart money is/will be. If you doubt and not feeling comfortable, sell it now and invest in another asset, period. Not financial advice. And in my opinion, when we look at this, I do think that we are where the smart money is. In fact, I've talked about this on multiple occasions, why XRP was targeted. And I really kind of broke it down on multiple occasions why, it's comical that out of all of the other major currencies within the sector, XRP was the only one targeted. And we do see down here, like, ultimately all of that escrowed XRP will be owned by institutions for nostril replacement as a bridge currency or potentially for other use cases. XRP is positioned perfectly for where it needs to be. Like I said, I believe that this will be the oil for the global monetary system. And we are seeing that monetary system being ushered in extremely fast. I don't believe that XRP was for retail investors, but I think that we are extremely lucky to be able to invest in it and hold it. Again, call it a conspiracy, call it clickbait, whatever you want, but we have broken this down on multiple occasions. We've talked about the potential of XRP. We've talked about the potential of XRP after clarity is ushered in. If we do see regulatory clarity for XRP, it's going to be the only digital asset that has that. That is a huge stepping stone for them. Not only that, right, but when we look at what Ripple is doing, they have formulated a game plan. They want to go after every single major institutional or financial institution. The institutional grade sector will be fully disrupted by what Ripple is trying to do. XRP is perfectly positioned in their game plan to be held as escrow for these major institutions, as you guys do see down here. And I do think that this will replace the $27 trillion Nostro Vostro account, which we have talked about in terms of a theory. Now, with all this in mind, how does this happen? Well, we're already kind of seeing this plan be materialized. Shout out to Molly Elmore 2022, or 22, over on Twitter. What is de-dollarization? Why is this term a hot shot? Or a hot topic of debate, The global financial system is shifting away from dollars, and this will impact everyone on the planet. A thread of on de-dollarization and what this means for all of us. And I do think that as we do see the global financial system shifting away from dollars and more so to digital dollars, digital fiat, if you will, I think that we will see a lot more value moving towards digital processing systems like DLT. And we do see since 1944, the US dollar has been the center of the global financial system. Global trade and supply chain funded exclusively in the US dollar for the past 60 years. The US government used the US dollar as a political weapon and has frozen the reserve assets of other central banks, Russia and Afghanistan. Strong dollar makes it very expensive for other nations to pay for resources like energy and commodities. Triffin dilemma of issuing reserve currency hurt U.S. manufacturing. Then we do see the BRICS nations, how they announced plans to trade with each other outside of the U.S. dollar system via a new basket currency that is not issued by a single country. The global shift away from the U.S. dollar is happening. The end of the petrodollar, which we've talked about with the U.S. and OPEC nations. They have an agreement to only sell oil in dollars in exchange for military protection. If Saudi Arabia joins BRICS, it would end, or it would be the end of that agreement, which this would cause the dollar to lose a ton of strength. And in fact, we're kind of seeing a 180 turnaround on the US dollar already. And we do see over here, since the Bretton Woods Agreement in 1944, the US dollar has been the center of the global financial system as the world's primary reserve currency. Goods are traded globally using the US dollar for payments. It's easier for different nations to buy and sell using a single currency, and the dollar was selected for that role after the World War II. However, as outlined in the Triffin dilemma, this role has pros and cons for the nation that issues the reserve currency. It helps the currency have a high value as demand for dollars is constant. This means it's inexpensive to buy products made in other countries using dollars. A strong dollar goes a long way in global marketplaces. Now, this does break down a few things around manufacturing expenses, all that kind of stuff. The harsh reality damaged U.S. industries over the past few decades and is why most goods Americans buy are produced elsewhere. And this does talk about the OPEC in terms of the petrodollar, which we just recently talked about. Nonetheless, to really kind of summarize this and break it down, we are seeing a major shift away from the U.S. dollar and the U.S. financial system because it has been utilized as a weapon in terms of a financial weapon. And we've been addressing this for a while. I do think that the fall of the dollar is on its way, and I do think that we will see a new reserve currency. And I do think that at some point in time, it will be fully digital. But the issue here is, how could we fully disrupt the entire monetary system? How could we have this new monetary system be revolutionized and be consistent with what we are trying to achieve through a CBDC? Well, you would need something that could be providing liquidity on demand as a bridge currency between all CBDCs. This will make it extremely efficient. This will basically usher us into a full-on modern age of financial stability, as well as bring us a full-on modernized monetary system. In my opinion, I do believe that XRP could very well be that currency as the bridge currency, as we do see down here. XRP will be owned by institutions for notional replacement as a bridge currency or potentially for other use cases. There's a ton of other use cases here, but I do think that the bridge currency aspect is very crucial and key to focus on because, again, it is providing that oil for the new engine, the new financial system, which we have broken down on multiple occasions. Now, do I think that XRP could move all of the money? We've kind of been addressing this and talking about it. I think that there will be most likely more and other major DLTs involved in this process because, again, even XDC could provide instant settlement as well. This is a very crucial area to focus on as well. But I do think that XRP will play a vital role. I think that some of these tokens, when you look at XDC, XRP, even QNT, right? A lot of these tokens were not meant for the retail sector. So having that, I would say having that visionary aspect to you, right? Seeing what's happening, understanding what's happening, and being able to position yourself in some of these assets is not only key to generational wealth, but you are already seeing the things moving before majority of the individuals out there, which I actually made a video on last night. I talked to you guys about the biggest wealth transfer in history that majority are going to miss. And I do think that it really kind of starts with XRP. And I do think that XRP was never made for retail. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below, though. I'd love to hear your thoughts. With that being said, if you guys did enjoy the video, definitely hit that like button, subscribe to notifications on if you guys have more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day, beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.